I am sending to you final information, Europeans and NATO and United States and to especially to you, Russia, to know that space raising for war and coming for national emergency evacuation. This war coming, according to the Space God site, this war coming, I will bring it to you why this war coming. Listen to this video. This information I send into the YouTube to know that Canada team, your department, Canadian Security and RCMP coming under my investigation after October 23rd in Canada. So in few days, according to the information I have, your department, your two departments in Ottawa beginning coming under this investigation by a space bringing your government city under my investigation for national emergency evacuation to your government city. So this coming by unknowing, no one know that's what can cost and what is basically behind that. But I understand Space God side coming to the closer to your country, begin in your capital city to bring in your two departments on the breaking world news. As I told you that I charge in your department, two department to pay for what they cost before your government Canada walk away. So this is the information you received right now, NATO European God plan to bring Canada under my investigation for national emergency evacuation order. So God want you understand, NATO chief, you be in the serious, God told you be in the very, very serious attack if you support in Canada or not bringing Canada under this investigation soon as possible from October. I bring it to you here, gentlemen.
We really need to be prepared for that eventuality because it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when.
So they say when this earthquake coming. So I am sending to you when. This earthquake coming after October 23rd to bring in government of Canada, God want bring government of Canada under my investigation for lawsuit for 700 trillion. Got charging the government of Canada for crime of their country behind my health, behind my documents, behind my immigration, behind everything possible by few culture, as I told you before, to India culture, Muslim Arab, Iranian culture, any culture they give job and special trying to do basically bringing money from outside the country to the Canada for terrorist movements. But this is not important. They can go do terrorist movement. Nobody care. Nobody give fact to Iranian or India culture or Arab. They can do whatever they like. But most important, which is God don't care. God want you understand this investigation attack coming by space because of my case in Canada, they did crime. So this earthquakes, ladies and gentlemen, God want to be sent to the NATO European to know that they are in the risk, serious risk, if they don't freeze in government of Canada and England, whoever is in the charge after Queen, must command to Canada bank be freeze. Because England, if England is not command to the military action against the Canada, to Canada bank be freeze, God told he bring attack to England and European and distributing the NATO, completely NATO be corruption. If they don't freeze in government of Canada bank, God told, this earthquake coming.
These days, it may seem like earthquakes are not all that uncommon due to frequent media reports
just into CNN, a very strong earthquake just minutes
and
ago.
lots of cell phone videos posted online.
happened in the US that we're aware of was along the Cascadia subduction zone, where the Juan de Fuca plate is diving down underneath the North American plate.
So United States be responsible for this crime of the black culture. According to God, super volcano coming on the ground to be raised to bring in my investigation to the black culture in United States, from Hollywood to the FBI to CIA to DIA. All this department be freeze on the space to freeze in all the satellite in the space be freeze, and means become dark day, city of the dark, and attack of the space happening. If they don't stand and freezing government of Canada under my investigation for $700 billion, but I told I want $7 billion. If they don't provide that, not because of money, because of justice. If I have to choose to bring the earthquake in Canada, destroy the Canada, or justice, I must get money for injustice they did. Not money important. Subject is not money. Subject is, I bring it to you. What is the subject, Mr.? Subject is God, Mr. God give you warning, deadly warning to you one more time, Joe Biden, before super volcano in underground United States raise, freeze this crime of the United States black culture by Canada hands behind my case, and make Canada pay me for what they did, $7 billion, or I told $700 million, because money is not important to my case. If I cannot win the Canada, they pay me. I don't have no choice to only bring earthquake and to tsunami, bring in their country on the breaking world news for this crime that it caused behind me. Two way can happen. So God want you take this message serious. United States, European, NATO to raise in the Russia and investigation to the Canada soon as possible, October. Because this earthquake coming soon, Mr. And this earthquake, I will tell you where this earthquake is going to hit. 8.7 earthquake coming to capital city Ottawa, and United States Washington DC is going to be shake on the major wake up call, and cost of this can be major disaster if United States not freezing government of Canada by my investigation. This is the information I send in to you, and those culture behind this cell phone right now, behind this computer here, the freeze in this computer, they be under my investigation inside the United States Navy, United States Army, be under my investigation. United States Navy special got told disaster coming from space to shut down the US Navy for this crime. The casting behind my case, I middle of nowhere. So October, after October 23rd, my attack coming to the United States Navy, according to information I have, plan is destroying United States Navy, Marine, and Department DIA, CIA in the dark city. If you don't stand before October 23rd, 2 days left you have. This information coming to the gentleman, you can see that what happening in Canada. According to the information I have, gentlemen, God want to freeze the Canada, Ottawa, completely be crushed down. Their parliament building is going to fall under my investigation for justice of God coming, because God want to investigation, because my investigation got risen in the space to attack Canada, to bring in my information in the breaking news. So this investigation coming because of me, this attack coming to Canada because of me, my case in Canada. And God wants you to understand United States and NATO is the Canada is going to be removed if England and United States and NATO not taking a step to the Canada and freezing government of Canada and government of Canada coming under my investigation for $700 billion, but got 700 trillion from Canada, Ottawa, Quebec, before God told he let the country walk away, because there is no way Canada can carry on and walk away from 2022, because God know that I will not allow this happening. I give my word to you all. And I bring it to you here, gentlemen, to know that this team in the Canada from Canadian Security Service multicultural, casting Fort McMurray fire, casting from Arab culture to Iranian culture, casting Fort McMurray fire, especially India culture in Canada, casting Fort McMurray, Calgary flat, many destruction. I say close to the few $100 billion they cost in Canada so far. This three culture, Iranian, Arab culture, and India, Pakistani or Afghanistani, they cost in Canada at least few $100 billion damage, and nobody know that, because all this flat destruction coming about my investigation to Canada, God won't bring the country on the news. But this is nothing so far, but what is coming, you can see department, what is coming from October 23rd is most the subject. God want you all understand. Information has been sent to Canada already. They are under my investigation by Space God side. If they don't pay me for what I told, their country be under national emergency evacuation to shutting down Canada government and building. According to information I have, gentlemen, their parliament city in Canada fall. This information can come in the news 2 weeks, 1 week, 10 days. My information coming right through to the news, and you can see that Canada government city parliament cracked down and fall. Their building fall under national emergency evacuation. I am speaking about at least few thousand buildings in the Ottawa fall, cracked down and fall. Angel of the God hitting from there to Quebec, all the building to Montreal, Quebec fall. So this is a very serious. God want to you take a step now to, before many people in Canada coming on the shelter, and God reply me to send you not to, he will not let you walk away, not to chief, for you allowing Canada carry on, and people become suffering after earthquake got hit. So this is the subject coming after to tsunami. God great angel coming to warning you, England, whoever you are in the charge, you be command to bring Canada in the courts, according to the God, bring Canada government on the court and shutting down whatever England own, to shutting down Canada Bank under investigation for terrorist movement, God told, because God told me to tell you today, he will not allow Canada carry on 2022, and you are responsible for people losing their house by great tsunami angel attack, and you become under investigation not to chief to European why you did not freezing government of Canada and people suffering coming under shelter. We are talking about at least 15 to 20 million people coming on their shelter in the news. So you are England, be warned, you be warned not to, especially you Joe Biden, you be warned about Washington DC to California, angel of the God coming to bring black culture inside the CIA, DIA, FBI, and all over in United States under my investigation. And God wants you to understand this investigation costing major trouble for United States. By this angel of the God I am bringing to you, gentlemen, is coming to bring in Sodom and Gomorrah. This angel of the God coming to bring, gentlemen, Sodom and Gomorrah to the country Canada for serious crime. But the cost about my case, about the information mission of God, but effect is going to be to the United States Joe Biden, because God give warning to you a few times. You did not listen to the God, and you bring more crime to the my case. You allow more black culture coming behind the my information and causing more crime. So I am sending to you, Joe Biden, to know that angel of the gods raising from October 23rd, because I bring in, God want you to understand, I bring in this war from space. Third war happening, God told, by my war coming, by space, and this war will shut down the black culture inside the FBI, CIA, Department for Crime. What they did behind the by Canada hands, they connect and causing all this crime. Your internet, what you're doing today, right now, this moment, you can see that what you do, you pay consequences for what you do behind the my page. You can see you blocking being the white page right now to me. So you be on the serious hell whom you are behind this internet, behind this page. You be on the deadly attack, deadly investigation to that security building you are, on the death consequence in you pay price, mister. I am bringing to you, gentlemen, here to know that all this is on the way by space God side. And God want you taking the serious my information, because this is on the way. This attack is on the way to bring in, basically God want bring war, third war, mister. 2022 third war happening, and this war shut down the moon, and moon raising flat to tsunami, and from moon, full moon raising 400 kilometer wind. But it's not moon, it's the angel of the God from inside the moon. You can call full moon or half moon, but angel of the God hitting from the moon to the earth. But this moon coming full moon, according to information I have, moon becomes circle, full moon, like circle, big moon, and big moon hitting Sodom and Gomorrah, mister. You must believe this is the angel of the God coming from inside the moon to attack you for national emergency evacuation order.
Metatron, the chief of the Tetragrammaton, the greatest of all heavenly hierarchs, the first and last of the 10 angels of the Briatic world. He is the king of angels, the prince of presence and of the divine face, the chancellor of heaven, and the chief of the ministering angels. Charged manifestation of the Most High. In the Kabbalah, he is the...
This angel, gentleman, raising from inside the moon, but we're talking about not only this angel, we're talking about billion angel. They completely crashed on the moon already. They're raising from inside the moon, and this moon casting biggest tsunami, biggest flood, biggest earthquake ever was seen in the history. Because the scientists technology believe inside the moon was the alien UFO and satanic operation behind that, but they kick out and they put more than 50% of the satanic operation in the hell already, because satanic operation know that their end of the time coming to them. They do one more mistake, they go immediately to the hell. So hell is become full of the demon right now, and alien UFO become powder. Is not going to hell. They become powder, powder like powder, ash, dust, and nobody can copy this video in the moon. What they do. So I am saying to you, Mr. To know that angel of the God from Mars travel to the moon. Already they are inside the moon, full moon. But from full moon, they hitting by 400 kilometer wind. It's coming very soon. I say 350 kilometer, 300 kilometer, 250 kilometer, they begin this wind to come in more, 300 kilometer, even 350, 400 kilometer when they hit, building fall, bridge fall. So I am sending to you, Joe Biden, to know that for God to shutting down Canada is piece of cake. I can tell you that God clearly speak to me. Canada is the what you call the lamb here is the nothing can. Canada is nobody. God called clearly, but you are the person. United States. God want to give you warning, deadly warning, to beware. You are facing Sandy hurricane, multiple lights coming from moon, angel of the God hitting from moon to the earth. I say 2 times worse than Sandy hurricane wind. A space God side coming to you to bring in you on the news, breaking news for justice. If you black culture, United States, you did right, I am wrong, you did correct, and you did right, you walk away. But if you did wrong, and I am right, you must believe black culture in United States, Saddam and Gumaro inside the CIA to FBI to DIA, you facing. You must believe average of you inside the United States be killed inside that department. They are not allowing you to get power in United States or walk away for power or get future. You must believe, Mr. I did raise the war against you, against your culture. Those people causing this crime. Behind my cell phone, behind the internet, behind the many thousand by your team, Obama team, behind the Joe Biden, you control Joe Biden, and you forcing Joe Biden black culture team. You did work with the Obama to get power, and you did crash on the Trump grants. You did cause Trump major terrible Obama with your culture. And before that, you cast in George W. Bush problem, black culture. So I am telling you today, black culture, you must believe that roof in the house you are inside the United States. You are in the risk, Mr. But first attack become to your building, that building government you are, in that they give you job. Because you must believe my information coming to roots, and I am telling you today, risk for nuclear atomic explosion by a space hitting that building you are today, black culture in the Washington DC, in the White House, wherever you are, Mr. Risk is for the national emergency attack to your department you are. So my information to you, Mr., to know that beware my war coming from space from 2022 October 23rd for national biggest emergency evacuation ever foreseen in the history of the world to your culture.